Hello and welcome. It's Seek and You Will Find tonight. And I'm very excited to get going on it. I already read some of the questions and they're great questions. Thank you very much. I was going to say, since this is a small, not class, but there aren't that many people on the call tonight so far. So it's a great opportunity to put in a request for anything that you would like healed by me. Okay. All right. I'm going to set the energy with a prayer and then get healing. As we cleanse and heal the temple of the soul, may it be with the blessing of divinity that it shine its countenance upon us and bring us peace in body, mind, and spirit. Amen. Okay. Let me just take a look at the sanctuary. Okay. All right, I'm going to get started. A great first question. Love this question. Could you please check the spin of my crown chakra? Would love a healing. I struggle with it. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to address the person who asked that question first, and then I'm going to give everybody a crown chakra healing. Your crown chakra is warbling a little. And I think that's what you're feeling. It's not a clean spin. So what happens is when you get pain pictures lit up in the crown chakra, if they're strong pain pictures or if there are a lot of them, it can throw the spin off. So instead of it being a symmetrical spin, well, I should do it this way. It kind of goes, whoa, whoa. So you have a little bit of a warble in yours because you have about 3 what are called death pictures that you're working on clearing. A death picture is a picture of a past life death that you've had. And we all have them. We have tons of past life death pictures. They tend to show up in the crown chakra a lot. And that's what I'm looking at with you. So I'm going to help you decharge the 3 that I can see right now. There's a really like a strawberry colored energy coming out as I ground those pictures, and it's panic. So, what happens with a death picture is the charge or the energy of that particular death can remain in that picture. So when you want to try to clear it, you can bump up against that force of pain. For you, the person who asked this question, the energy in those pictures is panic. And that would be the energy vibration that you are resisting looking at in order to clear them. So that's what I'm going to help you with, is grounding the panic. And it's not present time panic. It's from the past lives, the past life deaths. Yeah, already that's smoothing out, and the spin is much better. Yeah. And just as a friendly reminder, when you're spinning your crown chakra or any other chakra, the inside cylinder spins to the right and the outside cylinder spins to the left. And what you really want to do is synchronize them so that the time it takes for an inner cycle, the rotation should be the same timing as the outer rotation. So that's how you get them synchronized. Okay, thank you very much for that question. Now I'm going to take a look at everybody's crown chakra and give you guys a healing. The main energy I see when I work on everybody as a group is unconscious energy. And that's a grayish white energy that's coming out. bringing some yellow gold into the crown. And I'm just going to try to help pick up the spin of the crown chakra. In general, I would say the crown chakra spin is a little sluggish. The cool thing about healing the crown chakra, though, is that it really sets the tone for all of the chakras underneath it. So if you can work on your crown and bring that to a nice smooth vibration and up to gold, or a nice high energy vibration, it will definitely have an effect on raising the energy of the rest of your body. Okay, excuse me, that, and when I say that, I'm talking about the crown chakra, looks very good now. So it's a really bright, like baby chick yellow gold. So thank you for that question. All right, now I'm going to go on to the next one. Can you help with any built up energy that causes cellulite on my thighs? I don't know. I will take a look. It's a great question. Well, I can tell you that some of the energy that is not moving is problem energy. And they're like little pockets of gray energy. And when I look at the vibration of it, it's the vibration of problems. So I can try to release that for you. The energy of problems is a lot of your energy putting the problem on the thighs, like putting that picture on your thighs. So I'm cleaning your energy of that it's a problem off first, so that we can get to the real energy that's in there. Which is a white energy, and it looks like exhaustion. Okay, now that's come out. Let me just replace it with something. I think that's really important, that we replace it with a lighter, higher energy vibration. And Supreme Being just told me to put in self-love. Okay. Thank you for that question. I'm going to, let's see, I'll go ahead and do that for everybody in the group, and I will check everybody's cellulite. There's a lot of grumbling coming out from the cellulite, and it has to do with not wanting to move the body. So what I'm finding is there's a bunch of energy in the body being communication space that I can clean out. It's coming out like a big lump of energy and it's a little slow. So just give me a minute here. Okay, good. Let me fill you in with some gold. Okay, very good. All right, I'm on to the next question. Can I get a healing for anything preventing me from trusting my inner guidance, please? Yes, of course you can get a healing on that. I have to think for a minute. So for you, this has to do with your inner voice and your fifth chakra, and where there's some energy that's getting between you and your ability to hear your inner voice. It's a black energy. I'm going to start clearing that. And you have some low-level beings in this space that are called snakes, and I'm going to do a technique on them called erasing. I'm going to clear them out of this space for you. And what these beings do, I can see what they do. They make you question a lot of things, question your own inner voice, and they just create a lot of doubt for you. Your inner voice information to the person who asked this is this gorgeous purple. And almost like if you mixed like a royal purple with a blue sapphire, it's quite a striking energy. And that's what everybody wants to keep you from. It's a control game. Okay. So what I did is I got you in touch with your inner voice vibration, which is that beautiful sapphire blue and purple, and helped clean out that black energy and got rid of some snakes. So I think that space will open up for you a little bit better now. Okay, thank you for that question. And I'm going to work on everybody's inner voice space right now, which is in the throat chakra here. The main energy I see on the inner voice space is mothers and fathers, that their energy is senior to your own. So I'm going to be cleaning moms and dads out of your inner voice space. You know, I'm going to tell you a brief story. Some of you have heard this, but it when I was a clairvoyant student, and I would run my energy, it took me about a year and a half before I realized that the voice I was listening to was not mine. And how I figured it out was I really listened to it one day, and it was a male voice. And I said to myself, wow, that's really weird. That's a male voice. I'm not a male. That can't be my voice. And it turns out it was my dad's voice. So I had for years thought that my father's voice was my inner voice. So when you go to listen for your inner voice, my 2 cents to you is to really listen to it and see if what you're hearing is your own voice or if it's a parent's voice. And that's why I'm cleaning the parents out tonight. And you know, some of this from the parents is not, it's not intended to be malicious. In fact, some of their energy really is in that space trying to protect you. So there's a lot of protection energy in there. I'm going to clean that out too. Good. We got some good action on that. There's a nice release going on. Ooh, Supreme Being is filling that in with this beautiful turquoise blue. All right. Thank you for that original question. Oh, great question. I would like a healing on unblocking manifesting abundance. I have a serious block on manifesting. Okay, good question. Let's take a look at this. The first thing I see is a control being very embedded in your body. So I'm going to work on clearing that control being out. I'm sorry about the lighting. I'm on the road and I don't have the best equipment. So I noticed that the coloring is changing. So just to give you a heads up, I don't have my usual setup. This being that I'm moving out of your space has a heavy energy. And when it's in your space, it looks to me like it vibrates closer to the energy of apathy. Like, I don't know, and I just don't care, don't want to do anything. And I don't know if you feel apathetic, but that's the energy that I see that this being likes to be in. It's a very big being, too. Yes, I would say that this is probably the number one thing you could be working on, is moving this control being out of your space, and maybe even getting to know your control being and being able to recognize when it's in your space and when it's out of your space. And if you need help with that, I'd be happy to work with you. This might, like, to work on this, I probably would want a half an hour. So I just want to give you a heads up on that. But this being envelops you. And because its energy is lower, it's hard for you to get your creative energy kicked on to create things for yourself. So you kind of have been staying in this apathetic vibration, not really being able to access your creative energy and not really being able to kick the being out. So I've moved the being out. So now you can know what it feels like to not have the being in your space. But I would imagine it's going to come back in fairly soon, because you have an agreement with it that needs to be corrected. Okay? So I hope that helps. And I'm going to go ahead and go to the next question, because it'd be too hard for me to take out control beings for everybody. So thank you for that question. I hope that helps. Okay. Oh, I know. I got to read that back. Wait a minute. Wait, hold the phone. I got to give everybody a healing on abundance. I got sidetracked with the being. There's a lot of programming in everybody's space that the programming is that if you ask for too much, you're greedy. And so, which is not true. Your natural spiritual state is one of abundance. So when people throw that picture at you that you're being greedy for trying to create too much, you can look at them and look at their energy, and what's going on is that they are stuck with their creative energy and they're going into competition with you. You can just let them have that picture and go on with your own world. So let me clear all of that competition out of the abundance space. And some of you have a picture in your space that abundance is for somebody else. That's not for me. Kind of like a picture of not being able to win the lottery, like that's for somebody else, not me. I'm going to clear that picture. And then the other energy that I see as I'm working on everyone is that when you are abundant, many, many people want a piece of it. That's the next thing I'm looking at. So there's a lot of attention and pressure on you when you do start creating abundance. And we want that space to be free-flowing and feel really good when you're abundant, feel validated. And Supreme Being is filling in your abundance with rainbow colors of validation. That was lovely. Okay. Again, thank you for that question. All right, let's see. My daughter and I used to be very close. I realized that she is a very busy wife and mom of 3 kids. They have a farm, a garden, and several animals to tend to. But I have noticed in the last year or two, she has become distant, combative at times, short on patience with me, or just rude. I miss the daughter I raised. What could be the relationship brick wall that I can't seem to get through? Okay, let's take a look at that. Well, the first thing I see is that your daughter is unhappy with some of the choices that she's made. And that it's not really about you. To me, it seems like she's going through something going on in her life is a little tough for her right now. And so I don't see it as much as being directed at you as it is that a growth period that she's going through. So let me see if I can clear the energy between the two of you. To the person who wrote this, can you text me the name of the daughter, please? Your daughter needs a healing, so I'm giving her a healing. She's got a lot of heavy energy in her space. And then I'm working on your communication line, which energetically is really simple to do. You just put a gold line of energy between the two of you. You can connect it to heart chakra, or fifth chakra to fifth chakra, like throat chakra to throat chakra, and bring the whole line up to gold. Yeah, the communication line went to gold right away. That went really well. But your daughter looks like she's in the middle of something because there's some really heavy energy in her space. So I did give her a healing. And I just want to remind you that when she's upset or short with you, it's not really personal to you. It's that she's in a growth period. Something's going on with her. So just to give you a heads up, I hope that helps. All right. And thank you for the question. I have to go back on steroids and chemo pill next week. Can you heal my negative thoughts about this process? I know I will be all right. I'm just worried about how my body will react. Been off chemo for about 3 months. Okay. Thank you. One of the things that I see that would be helpful is if you talk to your body ahead of time before you go back on them and explain to your body what's going to be happening. Right now, because there's a little bit of resistance, your body energy and the nervous system is like this in anticipation. And I think if you just start to talk to the body, show the body some pictures that this process is to heal it and bring it to like work on what's called your end picture. That would be the picture that you want to move into. So show yourself a picture of health as you tell yourself, as you talk to your body and let it know that it's going to be going through this process again. And I'm going to help you with the energy. There's a lot of anxiety. You have a lot of anxiety about this, understandably. Good. I was trying to pass time, waiting for you to release this big chunk of anxiety that was like a big sack of anxiety that finally came out of you. So that was great. Let me fill you in. Supreme Being is filling you in with a really pretty orange gold. It's really smooth, like finely ground gold. Okay, thank you for that question. And I hope that helps. And then I have another question. Sometimes I'm unsure if low back pain is from energy or if it's actual physical pain. What are some of the ways to know the difference when you aren't sure? Having really sharp low back pain just now while relaxing. Well, somehow it doesn't sound natural, sharp pain. Let me take a look at this. You've got an inflamed place in your back. It's in a T shape. I'm going to work on grounding that inflammation. So if I'm seeing inflammation, that would mean there's something physically going on with your back. I don't know what, like whether you might have pulled something or I don't know, but there is a physical component to this. I can tell you that this energy is not moving very much at all. Well, you know what? It's just not moving tonight. So I would start to blow roses and see if you can start moving some of that energy. Blow roses, at the base of your spine, and visualize moving some of that energy out of the base of your spine into roses and blowing them up. Because what's happening is you're not letting me help you move that energy out tonight. So there's a lot of resistance in there. Let me see if I can clear some of your resistance. Okay, some of that's coming out. That's good. Well, now we are getting some action. That's good. I guess I just needed to clear your resistance first. Okay, now the inflammation is starting to release, but it's going to be very slow. It's like very slow. So just wanted to give you a heads up on that. But it is starting to move. And I'm going to fill your lower back in with gold. Okay. All right. Thank you for that question. And I hope that helps. All right. Okay. Hormone imbalance. Please help with hormone imbalance. Okay. I'm going to work on everybody all at once with the hormone imbalance. So what I'm doing is I'm grounding the glandular system. This is a good request. There's a lot of dark purple coming out of everybody's space that was in the glandular system, like a heavy energy. You know, oftentimes it's male energy affecting the female body when it comes to the hormones, and female energy affecting male bodies when it comes to the hormones. To the person that requested this, I actually see a ton of male energy affecting your glandular system. So I'm going to help you move that out. Okay. And then I'm going to just ground everybody's pituitary gland. Okay. Now I'm going to fill you in. Yeah, a good healing for yourself when you meditate would be to create a rose and postulate that that rose represents your pituitary gland, and whatever sex you are, ground the opposite sex out of that rose. So as a woman, I'm going to ground male energy out of my pituitary gland. And as a man, I would ground female energy out of that gland. So that's a good healing because the pituitary gland governs so many things. And if that's out of whack, many bodily functions are become out of whack. So that's a good healing for yourself. And thank you for that request. And I'll take two more. Can you do a healing on sleep? I'm waking up very early in the morning and not able to go back to sleep. Okay, let's see. I'm going to pose a question to the person that asked this. If you could type in, is one of the factors about not being able to go back to sleep, does your mind race? Is that one of the reasons? Because if it is, then there's something that I can do for that. So, yeah, if you could just write back to me and I'll keep working on you. So the way that I'm working this to the person that asked this question for you is I'm using like a clock to take a look at the times that you're not able to sleep. And I'm grounding the energy from those times and just letting you know how I'm working this. Because there's a wedgie of time where there's a lot of energy in your astral space. So I'm trying to clean that out. So it's starting to clear. Okay, now it's starting to move, like it's releasing. Okay, so that's how I worked it tonight, since it's a short healing, trying to clean out the energy in the specific times that you're having trouble sleeping. And if you want me to work further with you on that, we could look at other things that are affecting it. Okay, so let me just ground everybody else's sleep in astral space. Um, so what I was looking at is there's a level of resistance to certain beings on the astral. This is for everybody in general. And there's a resistance to encountering certain beings on the astral. So I'm working on that. There's a lot of brown coming out. Yeah, so the space that I'm clearing is like past nightmares and things that either scared you or upset you, the memories of those. That's what I'm cleaning out, is the out of body memory. And that is in your third chakra. Okay, I'm going to fill you in. Well, fill everybody in. And thanks for writing me back and giving me that answer that I asked from the person who wrote that question. I I think I got to what you were looking at or what you were talking about. I may not have gotten all of it, but I think that I figured out a way to address it. Okay. All right. For some reason, I'm questioning everything today, and it's attracting lower density energy that is reverberating in my body, making it impossible to rest. Okay, let me take a look at that. There's a being near you, behind you. I'm going to move that out of your space. You have a lot of doubt. You do. I see it. And where I'm finding it is in your creative process. I'm going to help you clean that out. I would have to say that this is from that being, because after I move the being out, a lot of white and yellow energy is coming out of you, like a lot. So let me just keep grounding that. And then I'm also just grounding your nervous system. And yeah, once I do that, I'll fill you in, and then I'm going to work on everybody, clear doubt from everyone. Okay, let me fill you in. And you filled in with a really beautiful spring green. This is to the person that made the request. And now I'm going to finish everybody. Mostly where I'm taking it out is out of the creative process. And, you know, mostly where I find that doubt isn't in the beginning where you go to create your mock up. It's when you go to run it by Supreme Being. That's where I find a lot of doubt, is questioning whether Supreme Being is going to help you or not. And of course, the answer to that is yes, Supreme Being is going to help you if you let Supreme Being help you. So that's the answer to that. Okay, I'm going to fill everybody in with gold. And that was my last question that I'm going to take. So let me fill you all in. There, you're all filled in with gold now. It's still coming in. Those were great questions tonight. Thank you so much for all your requests. That it was really great. Let me pull up a calendar real quickly. I know we have Healing from A to Z next week on Monday night. And we just sent out the new August mailer so that you have the dates for all of that. Let me go into. So the first thing coming up in August is going to be Female Fridays, creating a meditation space. Yay! We're going to go over how to create a meditation space and set the energy for one. So I'm looking forward to that. So Healing from A to Z on Monday night and Female Fridays next Friday night. All right. Thank you for joining me. Got my eyes on you. Have a great evening, and I'll see you next week. Okay? All right. Bye-bye.